everyone, welcome back to another video. So if you watched my last video, you would have seen that I removed the product and prepped these nails. If you haven't seen it, I'll put the link below so you can go check that out. They were originally almond because I said I wanted to grow them long and almond, but I changed my mind. So we're now sort of like a short, medium coffin kind of look. So yeah, I'm just going to do a little in-depth video of how to apply. So I have still got a really thin layer of builder gel, if you can see here, right down at the bottom. That's my natural nail that's been buffed, and then here where it's sort of like a milkier colour, that's the builder gel, or the gimme strength, because I use Magpie. I'll go through that as we go along. So I'm going to go in with Magpie Prep and Dehydrate. It doesn't come in this bottle, I have put it in here. It's one of the pump ones, which just makes it so much easier. And this is definitely, if you are using Magpie, you need to use this stuff because it's not just alcohol or IPA, it has other stuff in there as well, which means it doesn't dry out the nail as much, and it's just made to work perfectly with the Magpie gel, so I definitely recommend using it. So put a bit on a lint-free pad and just really scrub. You should scrub the nail for about 10 to 15 seconds each one. I use my other nail to really get in the cuticle and the sidewalls, really scrub that, just in case you do have any dust left over from prepping as well. It will get rid of all of that. Just really cleanse the nail plate. Everywhere. Okay, so we're going in with Rubber Up from Magpie. This is a base coat. This is when you brought out last year, I think, which was perfect because that was exactly the time I was rebranding, and this stuff is amazing. I would definitely recommend it. It's a bit thicker, but it's got super adhesion paired up with the gimme strength. It's so good. So I'm going with Rubber Up, a bit like that on my brush. And then what you want to do, try and get this on camera. So I start in the middle of the nail, and I just release the blob that's on that brush, and I just want to brush down sort of 2/3 of the nail, and then you can wipe off your brush if you've got a bit too much, and then you just have the tiniest little bit left, and you want to sort of press down so it splays the bristles out. Can you see that? And then you just want to be looking right at the edge of the brush. You don't need to be worrying about this bit because it's not really near any skin. You just want to be looking at the side. So I'm not starting here where the bristles are already at the end of the nail. I'm starting sort of a bit more into the nail, pressing it down so the bristles splay out, and then just watching the very edge of those bristles and pulling it down. So that way it's going to be nice and smooth. You're not going to have any lumps of product at the edge. It's going to be right where you need it. The same, especially if you're doing yourself, it's easier sometimes to turn your nail round. Press the bristles out and then just look right at the end of where those bristles are, and that way you'll get a perfect application. And again, with the brush, you want to be holding it like this. So you'll probably be going like that, and then you want to flatten it out and bring it down. If you go like this all the way, can't really see, go like this all the way, you can see it's gathering a lot of product at the back of that brush, and then basically you're just going to be dragging whatever product you've put on there, you're just going to be dragging it off, and then it will leave with like a hump of product at the end of here as well. So you can go in an angle, especially, we will be doing that in a minute when you do the cuticle. But you want to make sure when you're going down the rest of the nail that you lay it as flat as you can, and that way you're going to get a really smooth application. With the cuticle, again, you don't want to be going in with a brush right there because then you're going to touch the skin, you're going to get flooding, and your application isn't going to be very neat. So you want to start a bit further back to sort of make sure there's a bit of product in front of the brush, and you want to gently just nudge that. Again, bit of pressure so it splays the bristles out, so that you're mimicking the shape of the cuticle, and then you just want to be watching the edge of that product. You just want to be bouncing it. Don't have to be quick, you can take your time, bouncing it as close to that cuticle as you can, and then again laying the brush flat and pulling it down. Now, as you can see here, there's still a bit where there's not product, so again we're going to go back in just a bit behind the product, splay the brushes out, and then just look right at the corner of those bristles, and then you can just again adjust your pressure, make sure you're getting right in there, and then as you come to the side just turn it around a bit and pull it down. So again, just starting sort of in the middle of the nail. You don't have to be too careful here, but it's when you get to the side walls, you want to really pull them back, splay out your bristles and bring it straight down. Can you see there? It's right in line with the edge of that nail. Again with the other side, splay out the bristles, and as you do more of this, you'll just feel, you'll know what pressure's right and how much pressure to put on to move your bristles the tiniest bit, but it's going to really help your application. It's going to make it really, like, it'll make the difference between just having nice nails and having that perfect crisp application. It makes such a difference, and with the right prep as well. This is what I mean when I said in the last video, if you get your prep perfect, it allows you to get in all those spaces and get really close to the cuticle without having any bumps. So now we've done rubber up, so this is what it looks like when it's cured. And also use your light, so if you can see the light on the nail, you can use that to check how smooth your application is. So if my application was bumpy, this light would be all squiggly, but because it's all nice and straight, you can tell that your application is all smooth. Can you see what I mean by that? So yeah, use your light as a guide as well, that really helps. So next up we're going in with, see I told you I should have got everything out, here it is. So I'm going in with Give Me Strength. So this is sort of like a builder gel. They do two, they do Give Me Strength and Build Me Up. And Build Me Up is a harder builder gel, and you can do full extensions with it. I don't, because I only do natural nails, but you can do full extensions with it, so it's harder. This one you can do extensions with, but I think it's only up to like 3mm or something, so again, I don't do extensions, so that doesn't bother me. But I get the peach one because it just gives such a nice colour to the nail. I know you're putting colour over it anyway, but some people do just want a nice, healthy, natural looking nail. So exactly the same application as the rubber up, and with this you can go a little bit thicker, but you can also work in layers. So I just tend to do one because rubber up isn't a nice thick consistency. I only really need one layer of the Give Me Strength, but if you have some of really brittle nails, then you can go in with two, you can go in with three. And then again, just exactly the same, brushing it down, wiping the excess off my brush if I've got too much, and then just bouncing it towards that cuticle, getting a really nice application. Then flattening the brush out, bringing the rest of the product down. Again with the sides, I want to splay out those bristles, lay it flat and bring it down. Let me know if you like these sort of videos. I love watching people apply gel and gel polish. Like I don't really like it when they speed it up because I just find it so satisfying to watch. So I probably will keep this at real time. I might not talk through all of it, so you don't have to listen to me, but I like watching it at real time. So we're going in with Strong Ale from Magpie. As you can see, it's a lovely consistency, so creamy. I do love the Magpie gels. So again, the same thing, you don't want much. You don't want to apply it mega thin, but again, you don't want it thick either, because then you're just going to lose your shape. So you just want probably about that much on your brush, if you can see that. And you just again want to start off in the middle, or 2/3 down, and just sort of cover, or do you need a bit more actually? Let's cover that nail. Again, I'd work on the side walls now, so that when you do your cuticle, you've already got that product there, because if you start off with the cuticle, you might not have enough on your brush to get all the way down the nail and cover it. You might, but then if you do, you've also got the risk of flooding your cuticle, so you want to get the majority of the product on the edges of the nail first. Get your side walls nice and neat, get them in, and then work to about there, I'd say. Again, capping the free edge and the corners, and now you want to go in with your cuticle, and this should help you avoid flooding the cuticle. So again, you just want to get behind that product, get a little bit in front of your brush, and just bounce it, just until you're comfortable. As close to that cuticle as you can get, and then once you're there, just pull it back. And again, flatten that brush out. Looks like that. So then we'll go in with the sides as well. Again, if it's not totally opaque, don't worry, because we are going to be doing 2 coats of this. So you don't want to be going really thick and then you just end up really bulky. You're better to work thin and more coats than thick and 1 coat. So again, just put a bit of pressure on, splay out those bristles, look right at the edge, and then just pull it down. And with the other side, same again, just splay out your bristles and pull it down. And then just sort out the rest of the nail. That's the thing with gel, you can play with it for as long as you want. If you need to sort of mess up the rest of that nail just to get the cuticle perfect, it doesn't matter, because you can go back in and neaten it all out. Okay, so this is an after 1 coat. now just going to go in with the second coat. Exactly the same technique. Make sure you're not working too thick. You don't want to be adding any bulk to it. Just nice and thin, and just go over what's already there. And again, this is where you'll see that really crisp cuticle line come into play. And some of the colours do seem a bit less opaque than the others. So some of them I can do one coat and it'll be full coverage. And the majority of them are like that. But some of them, like this one, you do definitely need 2 coats. But once you've got that second coat on there, they just look perfect. Also adds to the wearability. I personally wouldn't want to wear gel polish that you only need 1 coat of, because I just think they wouldn't last as long, so I'd do 2 coats regardless, so it really isn't a problem. And when you add that second coat, it gives it that full opacity, is that the word? I'm gonna go with that. See what I mean? So it's just that really full, shiny coverage. And with the second coat, you don't have to start at the edge of the nail like you would at the beginning, for example, because you have mainly done the work. So you could start at the cuticle if you want, just make sure you haven't got loads of product. But just find out what works for you, really. Play around, this is just the way I do it. But you can, if you start at the cuticle and you find you don't flood it and you like working that way, then go for it. I mean, sometimes I change it up, but this is the one I find if you're starting from scratch doing gels, and it's just a good habit to get into, and then you can adapt how you work to suit what you find easiest. Okay, so the thumb's just finishing curing, and then I'm going to go in with Diamonds in the Sky. This is absolutely stunning. It's sort of like a, I can't open it. It's got like holographic glitter in it, but it's got a black base. You can see that. It's so beautiful. So I was just going to do it on these two. I'm not sure if to do it on the thumb. Do I do it on the thumb as well? Oh, I don't know. I think I might. Let's just do these two and see what it looks like. So, again, same application, just keeping it nice and thin, but I'm just putting that over the top, making sure it's a nice coverage. But even the thing is with this, because I have got this grey underneath, it doesn't have to be a full coverage nail. I don't know what this would be like. I personally wouldn't use this on its own. I'd always put a colour underneath, because as you can see there, it's not fully concentrated with the glitter, but I don't think it's meant to be. You just want to have a nice holographic sort of coating. It's so stunning. So yeah, I'm going to put it on the middle finger. I'm going to do the thumb. Screw it. Let's go all out. Well, it's so tempting to put this on all of my nails, but I will resist the urge, because it does look so nice in contrast with those grey nails, just the plain grey. And the grey is so creamy as well. I love creamy, just plain gel polish sometimes. Look how quick and easy that was. And they just look gorgeous. So I'm going to pop them into cure. 60-second cure. Now I'm going to go in with Like a Diamond. This is my favourite top coat. Again, a lot of people forget about their application when they're doing the top coat. They just sort of slap it on. But you want to be as careful as you were with the colour coats, the base coat, the the Gimme Strength coats, because this is what's going to finish off those nails and just take your nails to that next level. So again, I'll just let you watch me doing the top coat. I think I've got a bit of glitter in this top coat actually. Can you see those little shimmers? That's annoying, but it happens. Okay, so this is them straight out the lamp. Look how shiny, look at that. Look at that reflection, that is so shiny. Okay, so with this one, like I said, it is it does leave a sticky layer. All gels do, that's why you want to be really careful when you're in the middle of doing your set, not to catch it on any fluff or anything, because it will stick. It's just that some top coats are non-wipe, so once they're cured, you can go. But this one isn't. But I think it gives it that extra shine. But you just want to give it a minute. You don't want to go in with your cleanser as soon as they're out the lamp, just because you want to let them cool down a bit. Although it's not like you feel any heat when they're in the lamp, but it's just part of the curing process. And then what you want to do is you want to get your cleanser. So this is cleanser from Magpie. Again, it doesn't come in this bottle. I've decanted it, but it's basically same as alcohol cleanser, but it's got oils and minerals in it as well, so it will nourish those cuticles. So you want to start at the cuticle, give it a little rub side to side, and then just pull it down. And look at how it's still so shiny. And with this one as well, the shine will build, so it will keep getting shinier. I can't remember how long it's for the next couple of hours. I think it will just keep going, which is amazing. So again, side to side, pull it down. You can go over it again, like you don't have to be so meticulous with it. As long as it's cooled down, you shouldn't have any problems with it dulling when you're wiping off the tacky layer. And because this does have alcohol in it as well, the cleanser, it'll evaporate, so you know you can use quite a generous amount. Okay, so that's them all done. Put that in the bin. So this is a finished result. Look how beautiful that is. Let me try and put the light right on it. Oh, this isn't going to work. No, it's not going to work. I'm still learning this stuff, so. But I hope you can see. Look how beautiful that is. That holographic. It just takes it to a whole nother level. And the thumb. I absolutely love it. So, you want to finish off with cuticle oil. I'm using Naff Stuff Cherry. Absolutely love this one. I have the lavender one as well in the pen that I just use for myself. This one, I love the desk oils though, because it's so good just for like sanitary reasons. You can just literally drop it on your client. You're not brushing the skin. You're literally just dropping it, and then it's just, you know, with everything now being so clean and sterile, it's just nice. So yeah, once you've added the cuticle oil, you'll see the nails do look quite wet, and especially in photos, I don't really like the look where the nails look drenched. So you want to put the cuticle oil in, give it a good rub, and then you just want to get a dry lint-free pad and just sort of pat the finger just to get that excess oil, and then also rub over the nail. I don't know if you can hear it, but it sort of squeaks. So you want to seek the squeak, as they call it. I can't remember who I heard that from. Seek the squeak. I can't remember. It might have been Liz from the Nail Hub, or Susie from Nail Career Education. I can't remember, but seek that squeak, and then look, it just gives it that it sort of buffs the top coat as well, which just even helps the shine. Oh, I could look at that all day. Look how shiny that is. So yeah, and just do that same with the other nails. Give it a good... Oh, see, I find that really satisfying. Some people really cringe when they hear that noise, but I love it. Give it a good scrub. Oh, that's a good one. Oh yeah, that's what you want to hear. And look, it just makes it so crazy shiny. And look, compared to the other ones, you can see it's sort of like got a... It's like... that you can see the reflection of the light. It's so sharp, and then on these ones it's sort of dulled. So that's what you want. Let's do the other ones. Look how shiny and glossy they are. I absolutely love them. So yeah, like I said, I'll put all the links in the description box below. I'll link my prep video as well if you want to go give that a watch. I'll link all the products, and I just can't, sorry, I'm just getting confused. I'm getting so distracted with how shiny they look. I love it. But yeah, again, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.